One of the most depressing things on earth is when you live outside the matrix and you watch everybody else in it and they don't realize they're in it. And they just go about their life every single day thinking everything is real, thinking money is real, thinking religion is real, thinking the government is a democracy, thinking that the stuff you buy is worth as much as you pay for it, thinking your time on this earth is 8 hours of your day is worth spending at work, you know, doing something you hate to build a house that the government take taxes on, even if you own it. Thus, then they go spend that money on other stuff that don't have nothing to do with improving the country. You know, it's depressing. It's actually depressing sitting there like having a conversation about religion with somebody when all of these religions are completely made up. None of this stuff ever happened. None of it. And even if it did happen, whoever the conquering party is then changed it to make it be in their favor. So even if by some miracle that any of this stuff happened, it didn't actually happen still. They changed it in some sort of way, right? To know that you live in a country where they make you think that this is a democracy. Like even my own mother still thinks this is a democracy we live in. When clearly there's people that pick other people to be in positions of power so that they can keep whatever good old boys they want in that position. They just cycle them out. Right? When you think the biggest thing that's depressing is seeing people think that money is real. Money is one of the fakest things on planet Earth that we use to exchange value, right? Especially USD, is one of the fakest things, man. USD is literally printed in a machine somewhere. Literally printed. That means we go to work and expend 8+ hours of our hard labor to earn something that they press a button and print out a machine. And most people, and they tell you that it's scarce. They tell you money is scarce, right? Only the elite have it. Yeah, because they print it in a machine and then give it to their friends, which fund their businesses, and then they hire you with the little bit that's left over to help run that. They tell you it's like a free society. No, it's not. This society has been controlled and ran by the same elite group of people probably since it was started. Nobody seems to understand this. Everybody goes to work and complains about money when this could all be, we could literally stop going to work right now, all of us, and nothing will happen. Because you know why? Because it's not real. like if we all stop going to work, the electricity would work just fine. The water would work just fine. You do know that, right? Like the internet would work just fine. Like nobody has to go to work for 8 hours a day to make sure the internet works, to make sure the water runs, to make sure electricity. The buildings are already built. They don't need to be paid for. They are already here. Think about this in COVID, right? When everybody was at home, chilling, minding their business, right? Did anything stop? No. People was out of work all that time. The only thing that stopped was the conveniences that we had. All your favorite restaurants closed. You can't just go and walk and get food. Can't just call up. That's the most time I've ever used Uber Eats or DoorDash ever in my life. That's the only thing that stopped. Everything else worked fine. The internet worked just fine. COVID kept us all in the house, right? The internet worked fine. Your water worked. Your electricity worked. You didn't have to pay for your house. They stopped bill payments. Your house was still there, wasn't it? What do that tell you? What do that tell you? It is depressing because I sit here and watch people hop on the internet and talk about this shit every day. And I can scroll on TikTok and see several videos of people complaining about the government and they doing this. And I was like, but then they'll say, I went to work today for 8 hours. I'm just like, well, why is we still going to work? Why are we working for stuff they can print out of thin air? This is depressing. Then they go protest because some police officer got killed, but y'all won't protest work, something that's going to benefit your entire life. You want to go protest against ICE, but you won't protest against going to work and getting underpaid. In these past couple years, CEOs have been paid record wages. They have been paid record amounts of money. How much money you got paid? You know what I'm saying? How much money have you made? Did you make $30 million? Did you get a $30 million raise? No. So why are you still going to work? You know what I'm saying? This is that matrix, man. People truly believe that this is real. This ain't real. This is a small amount of elite people. They tell you something and you believe it. They told you that Jesus and God is real and you believe it. They told you that you had to work to earn a living and they print money out of thin air. But they told you got to go to work, but they press a button and print it. They told you, oh, you do good on earth, you're going to die and go to heaven. Meanwhile, what they doing with the Epstein? They out here blowing kids, killing them, graping, freak parties where they banging each other, they stealing, they rob, they kill. Man, Donald Trump can press a button and blow up a whole village of people. But somebody go to jail for defending themselves against an ICE agent. But Donald Trump done stole, he done embezzled, he didn't use your taxpayer dollars to go golfing. He tax evade all the time. But you tax evade, you gonna go to jail. But he tax evade, it's cool. Y'all really think this is real? The only way, I say it's depressing because people genuinely support, I ain't saying it's just even Donald Trump, I'm just saying America in general. People genuinely think that fighting for this democracy, it's really an illusion of a democracy, they think that shit gonna change. The only way this shit changes is if you internalize the fact that none of this is real. But people, they think what they see on the news is real. The news is controlled by the elite people. They tell you what they want you to tell, what they want you to see. They show you what they want you to see. Because they control what goes out there. That's the easiest way to control people. Control the media, control the money supply, and control the government. And that's what they do. And y'all still think this is real. And you still fight for the system. And you still go to work every day to uphold the system that I see people complain about every single day. Why? All we have to do is stop participating. But go and try to tell somebody that. They call me crazy. Oh, you crazy. That'll never happen. Why won't it? I ain't even going to make this race specific, but how many white people can pull together and go see Taylor Swift? How many black people pulled together and then went and watched that movie Wakanda? Black Panther. How many people millions of people pulled together just to watch them, to support their faith? But you won't fight for your own freedom? Because we ain't really free. It's an illusion of it. You ain't really free until you get enough money to break out of the fake money. Until you can make your fake money autonomous. That's the only way you really get free. But you know why they make that so hard? Why they control the money supply? Because they need you to believe that it's real and they need to keep you working for them so that you stay under their control. Because if everybody figured out that none of this is real, they have no power over you no more. There's nothing they can do. There's like a couple hundred of them and billions of us. But go tell this to somebody. They're going to think you crazy. They're like, what you don't know what you're talking about. This is just the way the world. Nah. One thing we have as humans is that we have control over our own lives. You have control over your own thoughts. You have control over your actions and your decisions, right? I just don't think people don't realize the power they have. They think they're powerless to the system, so they participate in it. The system only works if we participate. If we don't participate in the system, it does not work. So therefore, now the power shifts back to the people instead of to these few elites. Why you think the rich get richer? Because the elites take the money, they print it, then they give it to other elites who then fund their businesses, don't pay the taxes, and then they buy the stock. So now every time the stock go up, they get even richer. How many normal people? The 1% own like 90% of the stock market. How are you gonna get richer if you can't barely afford to eat? I'm not saying I'm in that position. I'm just saying as people as a whole in the United States, if you can't eat, if you can barely put a roof over your head, how you gonna buy a stock? You can't. So it's designed for you to keep doing. So why are you playing a game that's rigged for us to lose? Sure, there are a few outliers that might escape it. They might catch on at the right time. They might get lucky at the right time. They might find a little niche in there that works for them. But that's very few and far in between. The 90% of people is participating in a system that is detrimental to their livelihood, and they just willingly participate in it, mostly because they don't know it's happening to them, and that's the depressing part. But I could be wrong. What do I know? I'm just a nigga on the street.